Welcome back to the show. Let's move things right along. My first guest tonight owned a comic book store on 4th Avenue right here in Huntington, West Virginia, and they have a new movie premiering tomorrow. Let's check it out. Please welcome Shane Barker and Mrs. Kathleen Miller. Hello. Thank you for coming on, Mrs. Dippy. Thank you, sir. Yep. Thank you all for coming on the show. We really appreciate you being here. So what is this movie we are hearing about?
Well, it's an independent film. It's called The Comic Book Lady. It's a dark comedy. It's kind of twisted, and it's supposed to be funny, but it's also supposed to be serious.
And you are the comic book lady,
star
correct?
as the comic book lady, yes.
And we were talking earlier. This isn't really a true story, but it's kind of based on the events.
Yeah, it's a work of fiction. The only real similarity is that Kathleen, who plays the comic book lady, happens to own a comic shop, which is what we use for the location.
And a lot of people refer to me as the comic book lady.
As the comic book lady, because you've seen all sorts of people. How many years have you all been open?
I've been there 28 years.
Not bad. So how much, I mean, this is something, you know, it's not a Warner Brothers thing. They come in and bring all their television trucks and movie trucks and lights. It was kind of an independent film, like you said. How did you all get started with that?
Well, I had written the screenplay in 2002 and wanted to, you know, turn it into a film because I had written, I believe, 3 screenplays previously, but they would all have taken a much bigger budget than this. And I managed to raise $6,000. I had an executive producer, Enid Kurtz, who's from here in town, and she got the money to get us started, and that's what we started with $6,000.
Not bad. But you all, I mean, you put the film in different film festivals across the nation, right? Even overseas, is that correct?
It's been in, 4 film festivals so far. It was in the Heart of England International Film Festival in Tamworth, England. It played at the First Take Film Festival in Augusta, Georgia, San Antonio Film Festival in Texas, and the Indie Gathering in Cleveland. It's going to be shown in LA in May.
And I just mentioned at the top of the show, big premiere, Huntington premiere tomorrow, 2 o'clock, is that what you said? At the
yes.
Huntington Museum of Art up on the hill. So sending this movie all over the place and entering it in these competitions, that must be really rewarding because you all spend a lot of time, a lot of work going into it. How much, I don't want to say crew, but how in-depth did you all go with this movie?
Well, we essentially had a full-time crew of 5 people, which included me as the director and the cinematographer. And we worked basically long hours. One day we shot 14 hours to do a scene. And
we had to do it after the store was closed.
Yeah.
And on the weekends, right, yeah. Because everything had to be moved around.
What did you do about actors? I mean, did you put it like an ad in the paper?
No, we kind of recruited customers and things, you know. We had probably, 40-some different characters in the film, and we'd see somebody and say, hey, you know, would you like to play a part in this movie? And so most of them agreed. Some were a little bit shy about it, and some were pretty stiff. Others were really good, so some got cut out and some were in, but we found different ones, and it worked out really well, actually.
Sounds like it. And how long was the editing process?
Well, I can't say exactly how many months, but probably total from first trying to begin to edit to getting it finished, maybe 10 months.
Not bad. And again, like you said, I mean, you're still full-time working. This isn't your full-time job working on the movie. You're still doing the comic book.
I would mention that we did get Harvey Pekar, who is known for American Splendor comics and being in the film about his work, American Splendor. He came and made a couple appearances in our film.
What was the strangest character that you had in the film?
Well, each person has a different one they pick when they see it, so there are quite a few unique characters. So.
Not bad. Now, have they seen the movie? I'm sure you.
Not everyone.
Some of the cast and crew have seen the movie, but we wanted to show it locally for that reason, particularly because I promised everyone they could see it, and then trying to find a location to do it privately was very difficult. So we've managed to find one to do it publicly. And
what is the response? Them seeing themselves on the quote-unquote big screen, do they like it? Do they like, oh, I can't stand looking at myself, or has it been pretty good?
The few who've been in it that have actually seen the finished film, they seem to really like it. They all say it's not what I thought it would be.
Really?
You know, there were a couple of characters that were in the film and also helped with the mics and things like that, and they were like, we were here for various scenes, but we never realized what the film would actually turn out to look like or be like, the theme once it was finished.
But all in all, I mean, it sounded like it turned out really well. Is there any hopes of the Comic Book Lady 2?
No, I don't want to make a sequel.
No, there's not really a sequel for the comic book lady now.
Well, not bad. Now, is this something that's going to be shown a lot? I mean, are you going to try to put it on public access, or how can people see this if they can't make it to the Huntington Museum of Art?
They'll have to wait for it to come out on a DVD.
Really? So are you all going that route?
No, we actually are looking for a distributor first.
Really?
So.
Not bad.
Which is the purpose of entering festivals, to get your work out there and have somebody who might see it and appreciate it and think, hey, you know, I'd like to help get this guy to produce another film or direct another film, something like that, and then somebody to buy the film.
There you go.
So.
Well, we've got We Are Marshall, Warner Brothers came to town, and now the comic book lady. Huntington's being the center of attention for Hollywood right now, right? We'll see what happens. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you.
And it is free.
It's free tomorrow at 2 o'clock Sunday. Check it out. Thank you all again. We'll be right back.